The oldest human being to ever live was this lady named Jean Calment. She was born way back in 1875 and lived all the way until 1997, which means she was 122 years old when she passed. But get this, not everyone thinks she was the oldest person to ever live. Some folks out there think there are humans who have become immortal, and some even claim they themselves are immortal. Can you believe that? Well, welcome to the universe of 10 people who claim to be immortal. Let's go. Number 10. Alex Chu. Coming in at number 10, we've got Alex Chu, the 46-year-old dude who reckons he's immortal. And how did he achieve such a lofty goal, you might ask? With his quote-unquote immortality rings, of course. These magnetic little bands are designed to be worn on your fingers and toes to keep your cells constantly regenerating and healing, which apparently prevents you from ever shuffling off this mortal coil. Alex reckons he's modernized ancient Chinese medicine to make immortality accessible for everyone, and you can even grab these rings on Amazon. But let's be real, I'm not gonna recommend them. Apparently, the black ones are stronger, but I don't know, man. I'm just a regular old mortal. I don't know how any of this stuff works. Number 9. The Wandering Jewish Man. At number 9 is the Wandering Jewish Man. So there's this old tale from medieval Europe about a Jewish man who was present at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The story goes that the man taunted Jesus while he was carrying the cross, and as a result, Jesus cursed him to roam the earth until his return in the second coming. The man's name was Ahasuerus, and over the centuries, countless people have claimed to have spotted him wandering around the earth. Some say he looked old, some say he looked young, and some even say he changed between the two. Others think the story is just a symbol of the Jewish diaspora where Jews have been dispersed throughout the world over the past 1,000 years or so. But hey, what do you think? Number 8. Leonard Jones. Up next at number 8, we have Leonard Jones. Jones was a politician born way back in 1797, and he actually claimed to be immortal. But here's the kicker. He believed that anyone could achieve immortality if they just fasted and prayed enough. He teamed up with a preacher who shared his views, and together they started the Live Forever faith, even trying to recruit people to create a city of immortals. But things took a turn when the preacher died during their recruitment efforts, leaving Leonard pretty embarrassed when he had to speak at the funeral of his quote-unquote immortal partner. He then turned to politics, running for president multiple times with his main campaign platform being his supposed immortality. But in the end, he died at 71 and lost a lot of support from people who realized they couldn't trust politicians after all. Number 7. The Immortal Monk. This Russian Buddhist dude named Dashi Dorzo Itegalov gathered his followers in 1927 to announce his own death. He predicted that Stalin, the leader of Russia at the time, would persecute them and told them to flee. Before passing away, he claimed that he would return in 75 years. Then after many years, his body was exhumed and the monks were surprised to find it perfectly preserved with flexible limbs and elastic skin. In 2002, his body was put on display in the temple 75 years after he predicted his return. Buddhists believe that he's still in a deep meditative state somewhere between life and death. Number 6. Nicholas Flamel. Nicholas, who you might know from Harry Potter as a dude who created the Philosopher's Stone and was buds with Dumbledore. Well, that's based on the real Flamel, a French scribe born in 1340 who died in 1418. But in the 1700s, stories started to emerge that he was still alive. People said he discovered the real Philosopher's Stone and achieved immortality through alchemy. Some even believe that he faked his own death and is out hiding to protect the powerful artifact from falling into the wrong hands. Crazy, eh? Number 5. Merlin. At number 5 on our list of people who claim to be immortal, we have Merlin, the legendary wizard figure at the court of King Arthur. Merlin is a character steeped in both history and legend, and it can be difficult to untwine the two. According to the stories, Merlin was said to be half human and half demon, inheriting his incredible powers and abilities from his demonic side while using his human side to put them to work for good. One of Merlin's inherited powers was immortality, which believers say allowed sightings of him throughout British history, many hundreds of years after his time with King Arthur. However, others argue that these are just retellings of the same story and the truth lies somewhere in between. Despite the ambiguity surrounding Merlin's existence, the character has remained a beloved and iconic figure in popular culture, inspiring countless books, movies, and television shows. The tales of King Arthur and Merlin have fascinated people for centuries, and their legend continues to live on even today. Number 4. The Nephites. At number 4, we have the 3 Nephites. According to the Mormon belief, after Jesus' resurrection, he visited what is now America and chose 12 apostles. 3 of them requested to stay behind and watch over humanity forever, and Jesus granted their requests, making them immortal. Mormons believe that the 3 Nephites still walk among us today, and they have been credited with helping people in need throughout history. As evidence of their existence, believers point to stories of kind strangers who help people in times of trouble, only to disappear without a trace, leaving people to believe they may have encountered one of the Nephites. These stories range from people who help fix a flat tire in the middle of nowhere to those who have saved someone from drowning or other dangers. The 3 Nephites have become a popular subject in Mormon folklore, and their stories continue to inspire and fascinate believers and non-believers alike. While their existence may remain a mystery, their alleged acts of kindness and selflessness have become an enduring part of Mormon mythology. Number 3. Achilles. Achilles was a legendary Greek hero who is believed to be invulnerable to everything, including death, after his mother dipped him into the river Styx, which separated the earth from the underworld. However, he was held by his ankle during the process, making his ankle vulnerable. Achilles was later killed by a poison arrow to his heel during a battle, and this is where the phrase Achilles' heels comes from. Despite his tragic end, Achilles is still remembered as a hero and an immortal figure in Greek mythology. Number 2. The account of Saint Germain. Saint Germain was a European nobleman born in 1691 who was known for his works in science, the arts, and philosophy. He was said to have discovered the secret to immortality through his master of alchemy, and he traveled around European courts where he amazed people by not aging a single day in 50 years. Many people believe that he could live forever, and he himself even claimed to be 300 years old using the secrets of universal medicine. Although he reportedly died at the age of 93 in 1784, there have been countless stories of his appearance since then, leading some to believe that he may still be alive today. Number 1. Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang was a famous Chinese emperor whose dynasty lasted for 400 years. He was so loved by his people that they considered him to be an immortal. Qin Shi Huang became obsessed with seeking immortality and sent hundreds of people on 2 different occasions to find the legendary elixir of life, but both attempts failed. Sadly, he died of mercury poisoning after consuming too many mercury pills given to him by his doctors in an attempt to make him immortal. Despite his failed attempts at achieving immortality, Qin Shi Huang is still remembered as a powerful and influential figure in Chinese history. Do you believe any of these people are truly immortal? Leave us a comment and do share with a friend on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.